It would help me a lot if you guys hit the like button and subscribe and a comment down below and keep in touch. Hello everyone and welcome to another video. It's 2019 and it's very hard to ignore that fact that passenger car sales are declining very sharply, guys, and the truck market is picking up and it's going up like crazy, like never before. Everybody like to drive a truck nowadays, and sure enough, the big three here in America, they cutting off the passenger cars and they boosting up a production on the pickup trucks, because the pickup truck market, guys, is very hot. And it's very interesting to see what's coming out from a big three nowadays, guys. It's a very interesting thing. I really don't know where to start, tell you the truth, because all three, Chevy, Ford and Dodge, they coming out with a new heavy duty. And the heavy duty truck, guys, they're bigger, better, more capable and more luxurious than ever before. I don't know what to start with, but let's go and start off here with let's see, with a Chevrolet truck. Chevrolet just got a brand new 3/4 truck, which is very interesting. This truck pretty much is gonna be like you hate it or you love it on the outside. You know, to me it looks okay. It's not that bad. It looks powerful, you know. But the design is, from what I'm seeing on the internet, a lot of guys, you know, they either hate it or love it. There was all kinds of funny memes for it online and whatnot. But here's the interesting thing. This truck gonna be available with a Duramax diesel engine, which is gonna be producing 445 horsepower and a 910 pound-feet of torque, and it's gonna be capable of towing, I think, 35,500 pounds. Imagine that. That's crazy, guys. Crazy big load. A very capable truck. And also what's interesting is, you know, everybody nowadays they talking about, you know, the environment and making a small motors, turbocharged, more efficient, and the big three now, because the market is so hot for these trucks, they got a brand new engines. And here's the shocking thing: the Chevy Silverado got a brand new V8 6.6 liter gasoline motor. It's great. I love it personally. I love it. I love that they are producing this, and it's an old school motor. It's a pushrod V8, old school, and that motor gonna be producing 401 horsepower and 464 foot-pounds of torque. For most of you guys that know that the trucks, what matter is the torque rather than the horsepower. So that gasoline motor is producing a healthy 400 horsepower and a 464 foot-pounds of torque. Probably is going to be plenty enough to tow stuff around. The interior of this truck, guys, tell you the truth, I wasn't that impressed. I mean, I'm gonna rate this truck the lowest of the bunch, because Chevy needs to, in my opinion, up the game a little bit in this truck's interior. They're a little bit dated, in my opinion. I was very disappointed, tell you the truth. But I've talked to a lot of people and they say, hey, I'm not buying this truck to be a luxury, you know. It's a truck and it's still good enough. I got all the technology. Yeah, it's not as nice as the others, but don't bother me. I like Chevy, that's what I'm gonna buy. And that's fine, you know, if that's what you like. But in my opinion, as much as this truck costs nowadays, they better be, you know, top notch. So alright, so let's move here to this is gonna be more interesting right now, to a Ford. And I'm gonna leave Dodge for the last, because in my opinion the Dodge, I think outdid the other two. But let's get there and let's talk about that later on. Let's talk about the Ford now. The Ford right now unveiled the Ford F250 and F350, the heavy duty trucks. They also, I think they just give it a little uplift on the truck. It's not that much redesigned, you know. You got a new fascia on the outside, and they got an updated diesel motor. They are not showing the specs on the new motor, but on the old motor, the old Power Stroke motor, diesel, 6.7 liter, puts out 450 horsepower and a 935 pound-feet of torque. The new one, they said, is gonna be the most capable and it's gonna be the most powerful, but they didn't say the specs. I'm sure Ford is not gonna let that slide and be the least powerful of the bunch, because Ford, most of you guys know, they always like to lead the pack with their trucks, because F-150 is the best selling trucks and whatnot, and I'm sure that the Ford is gonna up their game, but they're not revealing the specs. But here's the interesting thing in the Ford. They also unveiled the brand new gasoline motor, and check this out, 7.3 liter V8. It's incredible and I love it, and it's also it's not a this quad cam motors modular. It's a pusher at V8. It's brilliant. I love it, guys. 7.3 liter V8. They also didn't reveal the power numbers. I'm sure he's gonna be putting out decent amount of numbers for being such a huge, humongous motor, guys. And why such a big motor, you would think? Because from what I heard, is Ford did a calculation and testing, and they come up with a 7.3 liter for that big vehicle. It's gonna be the most efficient, because if you think about it, if you put an underpowered motor, you're always gonna be on the throttle to keep it up, you know what I'm saying, and it's gonna burn more gas. But if you put a decent sized motor with a lot of power, you're not gonna have to be on it all the time, you know. It's gonna cruise on a lighter throttle and it's gonna burn less gas. It makes a sense to me, you know what I'm saying. So that's the only thing Ford unveiled about that motor, that they said they did a lot of testing, and that motor is gonna be delivering a decent amount of power, and it's gonna be efficient motor for its size and for what size of the vehicle is gonna be and how capable that vehicle is gonna be to tow stuff around. But anyways, interior of the F250 is business as usual. They didn't do nothing crazy with the interior. I don't see anything updated from the old model, which is my opinion, tell the truth, guys. It wasn't the best, but it was not bad. As some of you know, I took one F250 for a drive not too long ago, and it was okay. I mean, you know, the seats were nice, the dashboard, it wasn't anything spectacular, you know, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was good. It was good, not too bad. Like I said, but for a price that they're asking for these vehicles, these trucks, guys, if it's a fully loaded, full-size rig, I'm telling you, they're gonna be touching about $100,000. That's a lot of money. And that's what I'm getting to the argument with some of these guys, you know what I'm saying, you know, if they cost that much money, they better be, you know, cooked very nice. They gotta up the game, you know what I'm saying, because if you have that much money, you gotta put some nice materials into the truck. You can't get away, you know, making it a half-ass truck and, you know, with a poor quality inside, bloody plastics rattling all over the place, and asking $100,000 for a truck. I know where the money goes, a lot into the engine and a chassis and whatnot and all of that, but you still gotta pay attention into the interior. You gotta make it nice if you have that kind of money. But anyways, in my opinion, Ford is a nice looking truck. I'm sure that Power Stroke is gonna make a killer power. The new 7.3 makes me happy, and I'm sure it's gonna be incredible engine. So let's move on here to the Dodge, guys. I got a gotta tell you, I got a few clips here that I'm gonna include from the Dodge, from the auto show that I was in, and guys, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but if you don't believe me, just go check for yourself. Dodge is bloody killing it with these trucks, guys. I mean, really is killing it, especially on the interiors of these trucks, guys. Dodge is totally killing it. Inside, the materials, the leathers, the seats, the infotainment, the dashboard, it's very nice, guys. I mean, I'm not, you know, most of you guys that watching my channel or regular on my channel knows that I've been driving Dodges for a long time, and I might gonna be sound like I'm a bias and whatnot, but I'm really encouraging you, go to the dealer and check out for yourself and do your own judgment. And I'm telling you, Dodge outdid themselves with this truck. Is very nice inside, guys. And on the outside, like I said, let me include some of these clips over here. Like I was saying, the Dodge outdid themselves and at the interior, guys. The Ram truck is bloody brilliant on the inside, and also on the outside, guys. If you check out these pictures over here, I'm gonna put a few pictures from this 2500. This particular truck, the blue one that you're seeing right now, it is equipped with some of these Mopar accessories. You got a Mopar wheels on it, you got a Mopar bar with the lights on it, but just ignore those two and just look at the truck. This truck is bloody gorgeous, guys. I mean, Dodge did a very nice, tasteful design on the outside. Nothing too flashy, it's not too bulky, it's not too small. It just looks right, and it's very smooth design. Very good looking truck, guys. I'm telling you, when I was on the auto show looking at this truck, I fall in love with, especially the Ram 2500. That was fun with a Cummins diesel. My god, what a nice looking rig, guys. I was drooling all over that. That was a Laramie edition. I went inside, I spent a lot of time into this truck, guys, looking at inside outside. That was just gorgeous truck, guys. And also another thing is talk about the 2500s now. The 6.4 liter V8, it's gonna be equipped with the 8-speed transmission, so that's gonna be great. That's gonna be a nice truck. But the kicker is the turbo diesel that is gonna come in the 3500. That Ram is gonna make 400 horsepower and 1,000 pound-feet of torque, and it's gonna be capable of towing 34,100 pounds. Unfortunately, Dodge, and I really don't like this, they're not putting that same motor into 2500 truck, you know. They only putting that high output motor into the 3500. Into the 2500 you're gonna get a Cummins diesel, which is the same size, 6.7 liter, but only is putting like a 370 horsepower and 850 pound-feet of torque, which is plenty enough. But I would like to have that 400 horsepower and 1,000 pound-feet of torque in 2500, you know, because me as a consumer, you know, I know a lot of people that gotta buy these trucks to work with them and whatnot, but me particularly, I wouldn't buy the truck to work with. I would buy it to go back and forth to work and to goof around with that truck, and I would love to have that high output motor in 2500, you know. I know what you're gonna say, just spend a little bit more money about 3500. I don't need it, but I would like to have that motor into the 2500. But I'm telling you, if I would have to choose now and spend my money on one of these big rigs, guys, I would have get that blue one, this one right here, and I would level it, 1 inch level on the front, 35 tires, and 6.4 V8 with an 8-speed transmission. My god, guys, that truck would have been bloody awesome. So guys, so the conclusion about this video is I gotta say that all big three did a very nice job designing these new trucks. I'm very excited to see that Chevrolet got a new humongous V8, and also Ford is coming out with a new big V8, and now the Dodge is unfortunately left with a 6.4, which you still make a decent power. But knowing Dodge, they're not gonna sit on their hands, and I am sure that Dodge gonna be looking to bring out that mindy 426 Hemi out on the market for these trucks, and hopefully they're gonna stuff it into the Charger and Challenger and have all kinds of fun out there with these cars. And that Hemi 426, that would be bloody dream. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. I promise that I'm gonna make this video. I know a lot of you guys that's watching my channel are not interested into the trucks, and I was never a big truck guy, tell you the truth, but a year ago I leased my 1500 Ram, and I was so impressed of how nice and smooth and very comfortable the truck is to own it and use it for a day-to-day basis. And also, if you're a homeowner, it's very handy to have it at home. And now I'm becoming a truck lover. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You know, I'm not saying that I'm losing interest in my Hellcat and whatnot and the other muscle cars, but I'm becoming a truck lover, and I would very much like to own a 3/4 ton truck with a diesel engine perhaps. But you know, even now with this, even with a gasoline, it would be that bad now, since you got these big humongous motors coming out. I'm sure Dodge gonna have that new motor coming out for this new truck in 2020 or 2021. Well, that being said, thank you very much for listening, guys, and I will try to put the best of my effort to try to upload once a week, so we keep in touch with everybody and keep the channel alive and stay entertained and informed. It would help me a lot if you guys hit the like button and subscribe and a comment down below, and keep in touch. I will see you soon with another video. Have a good one. Bye.